All right, we're breaching the top 100 now of the top 200 best albums of the 2010. Starting off with what some people would put on the Pitchfork gravestone. Here lies Pitchfork, 1998 or 7 or something to 2018. Poptimism finally finished it off. When this album came out on the 2018 list, they put it in like the top 10, I think, of 2018. And Ariana Grande, of course, is like the pop of pop, like like the just the absolute pinnacle of popular music in terms of popularity. What am I trying to say here? At any rate, yeah, I think this is actually a pretty great album. I totally get where they're coming from. It's just still kind of shocking that they love it so much. But of course they love Pharrell, so I think that contributes to it. And of course they love the arc of her career. Like this is actually pretty amazing. Excuse me. Yeah, I like this one. I like Dangerous Woman a lot too. But again, it's like albums like this, I end up just gravitating towards some of the singles. I very rarely will listen to a pop album all the way through. So I don't know. Maybe that's unfair of me. What is this? Oh, Bad Bunny. Yeah, I kind of remember this. I never really listened to him though. Maybe just a few songs. Alright, we'll put it on the list. I didn't think Pitchfork would be so into it. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. I can see why though, like the fact that he defies, yeah, Musica Urbana. It is really like the hyper masculine, even beyond American rap, from my understanding. So the fact that Bad Bunny subverts that, I could see Pitchfork being really into. Yeah, I don't know. All right, sure. I'll check it out. Obviously, there's something to it. Oh, this thing. This album cover is so fixated into my mind. This artist has done quite a few things. I think they're all really cool. Recently, I saw in it's a really great video. I'm not like a Rick and Morty super fan by any stretch, but they made this video, which is an exquisite corpse, which is where you let different animators or different cartoonists or whatever, depending on your medium, just kind of pick it up and run with it for a bit, and then you pass it on to the next person. So they did that with Rick and Morty, and they had a whole bunch of different animators, and one of them was the guy who did the album cover for this. Anyways, that's all beside the point. This actual album, I listened to a few times when it came out. I wasn't super into it. It just doesn't seem like that substantial. I guess that's the idea. It's just a good time. Sure. It's album time. Yeah, how can you not like it though? Oh, the war on drugs. I don't know. If I was ever going to be interested in this band, it was completely destroyed by Sun Kill Moon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mark Kozlak. So Mark Kozlak had a beef with this band. He was trying to perform at a music festival on one stage. War on Drugs was performing on another stage. The crowd for War on Drugs was so loud and Mark found obnoxious. He also hated the sound of their music that he made this song called, excuse me, War on Drugs, Suck My Cock, I believe. Yep, War on Drugs, Suck My Cock. Okay. It was extremely childish. Let's see if we can get the lyrics. And it's like, not that I not that I like condone this. I don't think this is like a high mark for Mark Kozlak or anything. I mean, I really do like a lot of Mark Kozlak's music, but like, come on. But the thing though is that whenever I think about the war on drugs now, this is what comes to mind. This is the this is like all I can think of. I Like, I don't know. I can't take them seriously after this. I'm so sorry to War on Drugs, but this song just ruined you for me. Mark Kozlak just defeated you. Like, I don't know, maybe this is really good, but it's not happening. Oh yeah, the new Low album. They hadn't made an album in like 20 years before this. Hardcore, slowcore, post-pop, punk, extremely sad music. Hmm. I don't know. I didn't listen to it. I don't know if there's any Low albums I really like. Oh, I like this one. This is a classic Low album. Low artist. There was like a few that I tried listening to when I was first getting into this sort of music. But I don't think anything really hit me. Oh, I didn't know they were on Cranky. That's cool. Maybe it was the... Oh, I think it was Things That We Lost in the Fire. Yeah, this looks familiar. Yeah, I don't know. Should try to get into them again at some point. Whoa, cool. So I wasn't really sure. So, oh, okay, yeah, never mind. So the story here is this guy, Jai Paul. I think that's how you pronounce that word. Jai? Maybe this isn't pronounced Paul. I don't know. Yeah, okay. They'll just explain the story here. The collection of demos and roof takes credited him went up to sale on Bandcamp without his involvement or approval. They were just like physically stolen. He like lost a laptop that had all of this unreleased material on it. And then it leaked, and then he just quit. He just was so, I think, upset about that situation. He's mostly silent. He did one guest feature, worked behind the scenes, artistic thing. And then in 2019, he formally released all the leaked material with a couple new songs too. So it's really hard to describe this music, but it's really, really good. So very much recommend people checking it out. I like that he calls them bait ones, as if all of that leaked music, that was just a bait. Like, oh, you think this is my real music? So I hope he's just back to making music now, and I hope there's like more albums from him, because like, oh my god, like things could just get crazy. He's such a genius musician. Vampy Wiki, Contra, which means that modern vampires in the city or whatever is going to be even higher. As I said before, I have a soft spot for Vampire Weekends, just because I saw them live and stuff. Normally, this sort of music doesn't appeal to me that much. And I think on Contra and on Modern Vampires, there's like one or two songs I like. But, you know, that's fine. It's fun. Sure. And Urza Koning ended up doing Neo Tokyo. Oh wait, is that what that song? Yeah, Neo Yokio. I'm sorry, I knew that sounded wrong. Which I know everyone hates, but I genuinely love this show so much. I hope they make more. I doubt they'll make more. The Christmas special was really good too. All right. What is this? What is this? Oh. These improvised first take vocals. Ooh. Spacious beats and introspective piano refrains. Oh, what? What is this? Okay, we're putting this on the list. We'll Watch the Throne. Okay, I wouldn't have guessed this would be on there. I feel like of all the Kanye products in this decade, this has aged one of the worst. Like some of the songs still fantastic, like Otis and Gamers in Paris and stuff like that. Still mega hits to this day. But then there's like a lot of like EDM type tracks. There's one where they sample "Let the Bass Cannon Hit You" or something. I don't know, something on that tier. The song at the end, "I Can't Stop," I think is actually really good, but it does feel extremely dated. Like when you listen to it, you have to just kind of remember that this is how it was at the time. Same with all the Lex Luger beats and stuff. As I know, I was just praising Lex Luger beats, and I think they're really cool. But there's something kind of just inherently embarrassing about like Jay-Z and Kanye, like trying to get in on that wave. That just I don't know. Whenever I've gone back to listen to this, it does kind of feel like Like, it's just not in good taste anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. And then I guess I'm underappreciating some of the other songs, like No Church in the Wild and Take Off and stuff. But there's nothing wrong with those songs. Okay. So, what does this mean for other Kanye West projects on this list? I'm still expecting to see Yeezus and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, of course. I still kind of think we might see Life of Pablo on this list. I doubt Kids See Ghosts, even though everybody loves that album besides Pitchfork. Okay, this is the first Kanye we've seen on the list, though. And then I think I just saw, yeah, 22 million. I thought this might be higher. I thought maybe they had come around on it a bit more. Yeah, I don't know. Like, duh. But I guess I was sort of surprised too. I was really into this album when it came out. Or even like before it came out, when there was just a few singles, when 33 God came out, and is that what that's called? 33 God, or is it just 30 God? And it might be over soon. What's that song called? Over Soon? And boom, 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 boom. What's that song called? Feverish. Fever. I don't know. But yeah, there's like 3 singles that came out, and I really liked all of them. I was really excited for this to come out. And then I ended up thinking that those were like some of the more interesting songs on it. I do really, really like. Oh my god, it's so hard to remember the names of the songs on this album because they all are so weird. You know, the other one that was quite popular, Circle. Yeah, this one's a banger. No, I still think this album is great. I don't know what I'm thinking. I remember when Pitchfork rated it, I was like, what the heck? That's way too low. I thought it might get like a 10 from Pitchfork or something. Yeah, I don't know. I think this album's pretty great. So, I think this will be lower though than Bon Iver's earlier albums, which I forgot also came out in this decade, I guess. Right? Not the first one. Not for Emma, I guess. This one came out in like 2008, 2007. But Bon Iver, 2012. Yeah. Oh, and the self-titled one. Wait, yeah. This one I call Bon Iver, yeah. Which for some reason I thought was different. Yeah, this is definitely going to be much higher on the list. They give it a 9.5. Okay. Joyce Manor. I haven't listened to them too much. I think I've heard a few singles. I don't know. Pop punk. Well, we'll put it on the list. See what it's like. Ooh, Caribou. Ooh. I haven't listened to this one so much. I liked oh, the one that was on that had Niobe on it. Oh, you know, I think I did listen to this one a bit though, because I found out that it was like kind of the best liked one of his stuff. I'd like gone back to listen to I think it's Andorra. This one has, yeah, this song is like a fantastic song. Oh my god. I listened to this all the time when this came out. So yeah, I think I listened to this a few times because I like went back to listen to Andorra again. And then I was like, what other music does this guy have? I should listen to it some more. Look at how much they like it. 89, wow. Ooh, Jenny Val, or however you pronounce this. I don't think I've listened to this. I meant to. I think the album cover is really great. Yeah, it sounds quite intense. Pongo-lated smirking about it. What the heck? Sure? Yeah, you put it on the list. I should have gotten to it years ago, but... SREM Life! What? What? Really? Above Flockavelli, above Playboy Cardi, above I don't know. I mean, I like Ray Sremmurd. I like a lot of the songs on this album. I understand what an impact it had, but come on, is it really better than if they don't put 1017 Thug above this? I'm gonna be really upset. Or some Young Thug album. I think it'll be 1017 Thug. It might be Barter Six. It might be Jeffrey, but I don't know. I guess it's great. What were on what was on this and what was on Strum Life 2? This had no flex zone. No flex zone. I don't got no type. Oh, I do like this song a lot. I forgot about this one. I don't know, I guess it's fine. The best thing they've ever done was their freestyle on Sway in the Morning. That's the most fun I've ever seen anyone have rapping. You should check that out. Haim. Ah. Okay. I guess this is a good selection of artists. Hmm. Huh. All right, well, we'll check it out. Again, it's more just to see what the fuss is about than because I think this sort of music is really going to hit me. But, you know, Jessica Pratt. Who is that? I think I've just never heard of her. Oh, okay. We got the connection. This actually could be kind of like the YouTube game. You know, you just click people here until you get to the person you want to find. Maybe we'll try playing that at some point. I like Perfume Genius. Look, we did it. Yeah, this is like a good selection. All right, I'll try playing that later maybe. They mentioned Joanna Newsom in the little write-up. That means I have to listen to this. That's all it takes. This sounds nice. Sparse and wintry, warm and sleepness, and always with an ache entirely their own. Yeah. Yeah, this sounds good. But yeah, Joanna Newsom. Acid Rap, nice, nice. A banger for sure. Even better than I was the last time, baby. That's like one of my favorite introductions to any album ever. Because it's like, it just hits you with everything you liked about his previous work. And then he's saying, even better than I was the last time. And you're like, oh, I believe it. I wonder if Coloring Book will be higher than this. They did really like Coloring Book when it came out. But then later they kind of seemed to shift to like acid rap better. Like they did this list of top mixtapes, and acid rap was like top 3, I'm pretty sure. And Coloring Book was like in the teens somewhere. So it's like they seem to have now decided this is the better one, just to be cool maybe. But this is a fantastic album. So, okay, I was wondering, could Burial appear on this list? Because Burial hasn't really done many big projects in this decade. To me, the big one is the Street Halo Kindred one, and they released. I think I thought there was like a thing that put Street Halo and Kindred together. At least on my top albums of the decade list, I'm going to put one that has both Street Halo and Kindred. But I guess they're actually just totally separate. But yeah, I knew that Pitchfork really liked Rival Dealer. I think because it actually has some really lovely messaging on it. Like most Burial tracks are either totally like abstracted of meaning, or whatever meaning that you can discern from them is just like very bleak and depressing. But yeah, Come Down to Us is like very trans positive. It has a speech from one of the Wachowski siblings. I guess they're both sisters. Yeah, they're both trans sisters. Where she's talking about like trans advocacy and stuff. It's a really beautiful moment. It's such a fantastic album. Like I totally understand why they put this here instead of Kindred, but I just like Kindred better. Ashtray Wasp is just one of my favorite songs of all time, so it's hard to compare. But yeah, I didn't know if any of them would show up because they're all just like tiny little EPs of like 3 songs. He hasn't put out like an album since Untrue, which is kind of sad. I'd like to see another project of this length, but whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Prove that his music serves a higher purpose. Yeah. So this is, I don't know. I think this is a good interpretation. This is a plenty fine take. Girls, I've heard this is good. I remember this album cover like really fascinating me when it was released. I don't know. I don't think I've listened to this. I guess I should put it on the list. Their second and final album. Oh, I didn't realize that. Wow. Hmm. 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 Okay. Oh, I know what this is. I am surprised. Oh, this is When I Get Home. Of course. Okay. I was like, I am surprised this is so low, but I got the albums mixed up for a second. This is When I Get Home, the sequel to A Seat at the Table, which I think everyone agrees is not as good as A Seat at the Table, but it is really, really good though still. I think it's really underrated now because people just compare it to her previous album and they're like, it's just not as good, but it's still really good. Um, Especially the song Almeida. I love it so much when it transitions into the Playboy Cardi part. It just, I'm never gonna get tired of that. So yeah, this is cool. Ooh, Zero. Okay, cool. I'm surprised this is on here. I remember them being very positive about it, and it almost seemed like they were surprised at how much they liked it. But then I don't think it rated that highly on like the 2014 list, if I recall. And it kind of seemed like they had cooled off on it. But I think this album is great. It has a lot of that balance that I've mentioned a few times now of Aphex Twin of like really fast and precise, and then like the floaty, ghostly other things on top of it. It's really like noodly, this album. He does a lot more kind of like melodic rhythms as if he was noodling around on a guitar. Um, yeah, I think this is pretty great. I'm very happy that it's on this list. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. One of his very best records was to say it's one of the best instrumental electronic records ever made. True. I don't know though. I was really into it for a while, excuse me, and then lately I've been into his earlier albums again. Like I was saying earlier, I've been listening to a lot of I Care Because You Do, and then Richard D. James' album, of course, is just an immortal classic. So it's kind of like, it's not as good. It's not as good as those old ones. Tame Impala Currents, okay. We already talked about Tame Impala. This is the one that had the one that I think, yeah, Rihanna covered this one, which I really like. Yeah, I don't know. Kurt Vile, I've never really been interested in. I don't know. I didn't think they would have liked him so much. This is a really high rating. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Sure. Ooh, cool. Nice, nice. I'm really happy this is here. Because like when you get into these more niche genres like IDM and stuff, it's kind of like okay, well we'll put Aphex Twin on the list, of course. I mean, I was a little surprised that Aphex Twin was on the list, but it's more like if you're gonna put any IDM on the list, you're probably gonna put Aphex Twin. And then they had that Ski Mask album earlier, but then to go back a little, to dig a little bit, and to remember Fortet. Not that Fortet is like super obscure, but like to remember how good this album is. This album is like really, really, really good. How do they describe it? Amplifying the little heartbeat of his godson, recording kids' friend playing toy piano. Ooh, it's so nice. I'm so happy this is on here. Yeah. Ooh, the suburbs. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I associate this album most with now is the Father John Misty cover of the title track, which he played for like a CBC studio session. I watched that video all the time. I actually downloaded the MP3 and I listened to it a lot too. It's like eclipsed the rest of the album and even the original song and stuff. This is the one that won the Grammy, and everyone said, "Who are the suburbs?" So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm like ride or die Funeral, right? Like Funeral is still one of my favorite albums. So all of these other Arcade Fire albums, I'm always kind of just okay. I feel like Reflector won't be on here. I know at the time Pitchfork liked Reflector better than the Suburbs in terms of the scores they gave it. But I feel like this is the one that they've considered to have aged better, I guess. Ooh, House of Balloons. We got some Canadiana out here. I was never super into The Weeknd. It's like I kind of give him like I don't know. I've been unfair, I guess, because I associate him mostly with like the really kind of like party songs. High for This. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I think that's on a different album. But High for This, I think, is actually fantastic. Gonna be high for this. Um, so it's like I don't know if I have listened to the music that's actually more critically acclaimed. It's more that I just like listen to his pop stuff and I'm like, oh, this is all right. So I should give this more of a chance, I guess. But yeah, High for This. Gonna be high for this. Good. Sophie, cool. This is a pretty sweet album. Face Shopping is crazy. Should check the music video for it. It's mind blowing. Um, yeah, I think this album is really cool. Very experimental, all over the place. I don't know. I feel like I underappreciated it. Like I wouldn't have liked it this much, I guess. So I should listen to it some more. Yeah, that's the solution. Controversy. Whoa, this is definitely the most controversial thing on this list so far. To put Cardi B so high. Because like, okay, Bodak Yellow, everybody likes Bodak Yellow. I think Pitchfork gave it Song of the Year. I do really like her music in general. Don't get me wrong. I think this album is pretty solid overall. Pitchfork gave it like a really good review when it came out, and everyone kind of shat on them for it. I think Cardi B is like one of the most polarizing musicians, and then she also has this kind of unfortunate thing where her personality is so strong, and the way she makes music is like so defined by her personality. But a lot of people that actually used to like her, that were super into like Bodak Yellow and stuff, now started to get like sick of her and turned on her like really quickly. So even if there was people that agreed with like the praise that Pitchfork gave it in 2018, I bet a lot of those same people are now like, oh, really? With this? But I applaud Pitchfork for like sticking to their guns, I guess. You know, if they really like her, then they like her. Like I don't know. There is also the controversy where she talked about like she used to like rob people. She would meet people when she was stripping in the strip club, and they'd want to like go home with her, of course. And then she would just rob them. And people got like super pissed off about that. And I was like, what the heck is this double standard? Like, you don't get mad when other rappers rap about doing things that are much more heinous. I don't know. I don't know. So I feel like this is definitely the most controversial thing on this list so far. And I feel like probably a lot of people will over focus on it. It's unfortunate. Yay! I love you, Honey Bear. I said earlier, if this doesn't show up, I'm gonna be disappointed. I think this album's great. Again, it's like there's certain songs I really gravitate towards. The last run of like 3 songs, Holy Shit, Bored in the USA, and I Went to the Store One Day, I think is just fantastic. The title track as the opener is so good. He languishes in his personal crises like a pig rolling in the mud. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Ooh, Robin's Honey. Cool. I have not listened to this. I have not really listened to Robin too much. I don't know why. I should give her more of a shot. It's like, you know, it's very pop music. It's just electro-pop music. It's supposed to be fun to dance to. But clearly there's a lot going on here. I don't know. Should, I'll put it on the list even though I'm pretty sure I've got it already. Sure? Oh, what? Wow! Really? Really? I am so surprised by this. I didn't think they were super into No Shape. I don't even think it got B&M, that being Best New Music. But if you've watched now over like an hour of my Pitchfork analysis, oh no, they did give it B&M. They gave like all of this stuff B&M. Cool. Wow, they really like this one. Hmm. All right, I guess I should check this one out again. I listened to Too Bright, and I thought it was quite good. There was one song on it especially. Maybe My Body, or I think something else. But then I like this one a lot more. This is like a fantastic album to me. So I was a little disappointed. I was a little like let down. And then I don't know like to what extent I've even listened to this one. I should listen to it more, I guess. Wow. Wow, wow. Good for you, Perfume Genius. This is a nice placing. But below Drake! Drake with the 69. Nice. I'm surprised this is here. I didn't think they liked it so much. I think this one's fine. I like, of course, I've been running through the six with my woes. You know how that shit goes. You know, I love that song. I love, there's another song on here I like. Hold on. What's it called? It's really gonna, I gotta be able to remember. All I can think of is I've been running through the six of my woes. And I don't even remember the title of that song. Energy? Wait, is that the I've been running through the six of my woes song? This also has the one that samples the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack. I'll admit it, I'll admit it. I don't remember what song that is either. That might be Six God. Is this? No, there's like another song I really like on this album. Is it? I got enemies, got a lot of enemies. Yeah, okay, this is the other one I liked. And then Know Yourself is the I've been running through the six with my woes. You know how that should go. I guess it's fine. The story of its release is pretty great too, which you can read about somewhere. Woo, Cosmogramma. Good, good. This is a nice placement. I really like Fly Low. I think this is my favorite album by him. This has definitely my favorite song of his, which is Do the Astral Plane. Oh, I love that song so much. Yeah, it's amazing that yeah, this is so true. It's so amazing like how little he was content with this. He went so hard with every single album after this, even though this album alone could have just been like a career definer. Yeah, it's great. Ah, I haven't listened to this yet, but I really do want to. Even though, again, it's like none of this really appeals to me that much. This kind of garage rocky, country rocky kind of thing. But the attitude that it seems to project, this album cover, there's a lot of things that I think I might like. I love the album title too. Sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I just sit. Ooh, I don't know. I just love it. I just love it. Fever Ray. I was never really into them either. I don't know. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Sure. Probably good. DS2. So this is a little different where this isn't like the first breakout Future album. He had like Pluto and stuff before this. But this is the one that was like the breakout of the sound that he ended up being really famous for. So I don't know. I think this is really good. I really think Thought It Was a Drought is fantastic. Fuck Up Some Calm is, of course, a classic. It's interesting that Pitchfork is censoring themselves now. I remember before, like, even just the actual, not just the titles, but the critic writing would swear if they felt like it. Yeah, this is good. Album cover is great. Dirty Sprite too. I don't know. To me, Future is like great, and I really like him on songs, and I like other people on his songs and stuff. But he's very rarely like my favorite part of a track, if that makes sense. Mitski's Be the Cowboy. Yeah, this album's great. I love Nobody. Nobody is such a banger. The music video for it is really, really good too. It says her music is technical rather than emotional. The characters in her story is fictional rather than autobiographical. That's interesting. Yeah, this album's great. I think I like Puberty 2 better though. Mostly just because it's called Puberty 2, and I think that's like such an amazing title. It became like a big meme. Me and my friends often refer to things as like, well, I guess this is Puberty 2. But yeah, I don't know. This is why I started using the term. Of course, my other friends that use it don't necessarily know this album. And oh yeah, she has an album called "Bury Me on Makeout Creek" too. How are you coming up with these great titles? Woo, nice, nice. I should have expected some Danny Brown on here. And it's a little different because like the other rappers I've talked about that I'm like, oh, they're just gonna choose their first big album. With Danny Brown, they did the same thing, but it's not so much that like he went on and had a really like multifaceted career where he's putting out like mixtapes every month and appearing on everybody else's albums. He's still very much like, okay, every few years I'm just gonna put out an album of like the best material I've come up with since then. So it's not like you're so beholden to this kind of like impact prioritization because each of the albums are more of like a standalone album project. I guess this is the one that I would consider best. Either, I don't know, they're all really good on their own ways. This I think has the best like emotional parts, especially on the final track. Holy crap, the final track is so intense. And then Old I think is maybe the best overall just in terms of like bangers. And then Atrocity Exhibition is a lot more experimental, and You Know What I'm Saying, which I just listened to for the first time yesterday. Again, more, not so experimental, I guess, but more like, I don't know, like having fun. He's like finally having fun. I think overall, probably Old is my favorite, but this is a very reasonable choice too. Whoa, Grouper, whoa. This is another band that I first learned about on like noise MP3 blogs and experimental music MP3 blogs that then blew up in a pretty major way. I saw her open for someone. Who was that? And it was really sad. Nobody got it. I want to say it was like Animal Collective. But yeah, nobody was like paying attention. No. It was something. Oh, who was it? Oh, this is gonna bug me. Who did I see Grouper open for it? Heh. It would have been around when Dragging a Dead Deer Up a Hill came out. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe later than that. Let's see if I do Grouper Musician Toronto. How do I find this out? Jeez. Oh gosh. This hardly seems worth it. 2007 to 2012. No, maybe 2014. 14. 2014 to 2015. 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 Must include Toronto. Oh, this is really gonna bug me. And it was like kind of weird that she was opening for this other musician. Damn it! I gotta ask my friend that I went with. Jeez. Maybe I'm totally misremembering when it was. Maybe it was later. We'll give it another year. Okay, I give up. We're gonna take too long on this. At any rate, I saw her live once and it was really, really nice, but everyone there was there for the band afterwards and like didn't seem to be paying attention. It was kind of sad. But yeah, I like Grouper. Oh, yeah. Doesn't this sound nice? Doesn't this sound like what you would see at a concert when you were expecting to see? Jesus, who was it? I want to say it was Animal Collective. Let's see if they ever toured together. Because I've seen Animal Collective live a few times. Okay, I think it was Animal Collective. Yeah, it was this 2009 tour. Yeah, yeah, this is it. Sound Academy with Grouper. Yeah, everybody just wanted to see Anko. They wanted to see Anko and they wanted to hear My Girls, and they were disappointed on two fronts. First, because this strange, depressed woman came out and sang really sad songs and made weird noises, and then Animal Collective played, and so Animal Collective, especially when they made Measure by the Post Pavilion, were making a lot more like poppy music, and people loved My Girls. It was an extremely popular song at the time. So there's a bunch of people there that just wanted to hear My Girls. But when Animal Collective plays live, it's much more like improvisational, like noise and just like jamming and stuff. And it got like really noisy and experimental. And like this, I think this was the third time I'd seen them. So I was like, hell yeah! I was super into that. And then everybody else seemed like confused. Oh, it was so great. Uh, Ooh, Arca. The self-titled Arca album. Which is the one I listened to, the one with the picture of FKO Twigs on the cover. Mutant. This one I listened to a lot. I think this one's really cool. But maybe I should check out the self-titled one more too. On the self-titled one, I believe they started using their own voice a lot more. Yeah, the use of her voice on the new album was inspired by Bjork. Wait, maybe it's Bjork on this cover. Hold on. Who's on the cover? It doesn't say. Who's on the cover? It's someone famous. I thought it was FKO Twigs. Model? How did I even find out who was on the cover? Anyways, it's really good music. What? It's like someone famous is in this outfit. Maybe it is Bjork. It seems like something she would do. She'd be all for it. Anyways, yeah, this Arca is fantastic. She still pops up in a lot of albums. Albums I like really wouldn't expect will have an Arca feature. Something there was something I was listening to just recently that had Arca on it. Was it? Hold on. I think it was Angel Pulse. Yeah, yeah. Blood Orange's new album, Angel's Pulse, which I think is fantastic as well, has Arca on a track. Ooh, King Cruel, the Ooze. I've listened to this a bit. I like King Cruel all right, but I like the Archie Man. No, shoot, what's it called? Archie Marshall. I didn't even spell the first one right. The stuff that he releases under his own name as Archie Marshall. What's this album called? Why can't I remember? Yeah, A New Place to Drown. I really like this album. I think more than any King Cruel ones. And then I also really liked Mount Kimby's Blue Train Lines. This song I think is fantastic. This is the song that I think if you I don't know, if you want to get into King Cruel, you should listen to Blue Train Lines by another artist that features his vocals. What? This is gonna be controversial. I mean, I don't know. I don't care about this album at all. There's like nothing that would make me listen to this. Hmm. I guess I like this song, okay. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. Do I actually like that song, or is it just in my head? Do I like that song, or is it just familiar? Do I like that song, or does it just remind me of doing karaoke with people? I think I might actually hate that song. All right, sure. I think this is the first album on this list that I'm just like, I don't want to listen to that. Other things I'm curious about. Ooh, this is a pretty fantastic album. It's just him jamming on the sax through space and time. Yeah. Oh, they've known each other since high school. That's so cool. Benefited from years of church and R&B gigs. They knew the canon. Wow. Wow. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Doesn't that sound good? It's pretty amazing. It's casual hugeness. Okay. All right. Damn. At 57th. I believe this was album of the year. Yeah. So again, another wow, No Shape was on there. Huh. Why didn't I realize I should listen to this? I listened to this a lot. I listened to this a lot. I listened to this a lot. Where was this? Yeah, so this is now the second lowest scoring album of the year. Big gap between this and Run the Jewels, which doesn't surprise me too much. It's a pretty cool album. It's actually growing on me. When it first came out, I was just like, oh, that's it, huh? And I still don't think it's anywhere near To Pimp a Butterfly or Good Kid, Mad City, or even Untitled Unmastered. I think I like substantially more than this. But it is really good. Like, those are big albums to have to compete with. So, yeah, it's, I don't know. I want to see what he does next. As far as I know, there's been total radio silence as far as new music coming out after Damn. He's done the Black Panther soundtrack. He acted as a drug addict named Laces. Okay. Okay. Bjork. Awesome. Sure. This is one of the Bjork albums I don't know as well. I guess I should check it out some more. But yeah, I knew that Arco was involved in this one a lot. This is like, I don't know. Bjork is so cool. She's like always on the cutting edge of music. And not just like aware of it, but like trying to involve herself in it, trying to like flourish artists that she sees as being influenced by her, which is a lot of artists because of course Bjork wields so much influence over kind of experimental pop music. But then also just incorporating the things that they're innovating into her music. Yeah, she's so cool. St. Vincent. I was never really into St. Vincent. I don't know. Isn't there like another St. Vincent album that people like a lot where she's like on the cover sitting, I think? This one? Yeah, this one. I thought this was the one that was like really well liked. 8.6. But this is the one that's on the list. 9. All right. Yeah, they gave it a 9. So this adds up. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I guess I should give this a better chance. I think maybe I haven't even listened to this one. I've only listened to her later stuff. Hmm. Wait, I'll put this on the list. Okay, so Barter 6 is here, which I thought was one of the. I thought it would either be 1017 Thug, Barter 6, or Jeffrey. And I think this is a fine choice. I would be very, very happy if they did also put 1017 Thug even higher. Like top 20 or something would make me really happy. But yeah, this is a fantastic album. I think this is probably his best achievement in terms of like an album project, even though it's called a mixtape, but whatever. Yeah, de facto debut album. Yeah, his most cohesive project to date. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think 1017 Thug has like more good songs and maybe even a higher average song quality, and like other ones like Jeffrey or the one that has like Hercules. And he's got like the thing on in the cover, the eye thing. Oh, you know, those ones are a little more experimental and exciting. Or Beautiful Thugger Girls, I would also put in that category. But I can see why this one is kind of like the best album. So yeah, Partner 6. I don't know. There's a lot to praise about this album for sure. The ending run of songs, I think, is probably kind of the most artistic he's ever gotten. It felt like the biggest challenge in terms of, I don't know, like how serious can I take myself? Um, yeah, it's really good. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Ooh, Jalen's Black Origami. Nice, nice. This is a really, really good album. I've listened to this quite a lot. And so I was like putting a bunch of albums on my MP3 player. This is so silly. And I have like a folder of like miscellaneous tracks where I don't want to put the whole album, but there's like a particular track I like. So I have those like sorted by genre. And then in the miscellaneous hip hop folder, for some reason I put the entirety of Black Origami, just totally by mistake. I don't know how I made that mistake. But then because of that, because I put the whole album in, I also put like the embedded album art thing, like the cover.jpg or whatever, went along with it. And because, I don't know, I just find it so funny. And I like the idea that if I'm shuffling through this folder, sometimes I'll just get a Jalen song. I just left it. But what that also means is that for any song on there that doesn't have its own album art, it will just use the Black Origami album art. So I see this elephant like all the time. Like if I'm listening to almost any hip hop track that I have in this folder, it's just this elephant. So I don't know. I just love that. So I think of this album very fondly because of this. But yeah, Jalen is great. My friend saw her live a bit ago. My friend who originally got me into her. So I'm happy for him. He said it was a great show. Uh, this is happening. I assume this would be somewhere on here. I actually thought it would be a little bit higher, but I guess Pitchfork is not the champion of LCD sound system that they used to be. They don't really need to be anymore. Yeah, this is a great album. I definitely don't like it as much as Sound of Silver. But it has some absolute bangers. I like You Wanted to Hit a lot. I really, really like it sounds a lot like Heroes, like David Bowie's Heroes. Why can't I think of what it's called? Look at the time. All I Want. I had to sing a bit of it so I could remember how the chorus goes. And all I want is you pretty. Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Take me home. Yeah, it's good. Ooh, DJ Coase. Hmm. I I remember this coming out. I remember they gave it like a really, really good score. But I don't know if I ever listened to it. I think I just like forgot. Yeah. Ah, we should. I don't have to put it on the list. I'm fairly certain I already got it. But yeah, I really got to check this out. I totally forgot about it. Hmm. Okay. So we're down to the top 50. I'm pretty excited. There's still a lot of albums that I'm expecting to see that we haven't seen. Let's run through them quick. Joanna Newsom's Have One on Me. That's the one whose position I think I care about most. Kanye's Yeezus, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and maybe The Life of Pablo. Maybe. Beyonce's Lemonade and self-titled album, and maybe the Homecoming live album. Solange's A Seat at the Table. What else? What do I expect to see? Modern Vampires of the City by Vampy Weeky. Kendrick Lamar, of course, Good Kid, Mad City, and To Pimp a Butterfly, but I don't think Untitled Unmastered, unfortunately. What else? I don't know. It's not really worth trying to overthink. It's kind of fun to be surprised and be like, oh yeah, that album. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, Frank Ocean, Channel Orange, and Blonde. And maybe Nostalgia Ultra too? Nah, I think just Channel Orange and Blonde. Earl Sweatshirts, some rap songs, somewhere on there. I hope. I'll be pretty disappointed if it's not. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's find out.